On ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso Weekend, University Medical Center President and CEO Jim Valenti reprimanded by the UMC Board of Managers. We have the latest details from the meeting that took place yesterday. Also, police are searching for the suspect who they say killed a pedestrian and left the scene. And police have identified the woman who was killed near the diverging Diamond intersection. We have the details. And in Storm Track weather, Dan.
Well, it's a very busy day here in the borderland for the celebration of lights. What's the weather looking like? We'll talk about that coming up.
It's all the news you need to start your Saturday, December 6, 2014. ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso Weekend starts now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso Weekend.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on this Saturday morning. I'm Josie Ortegon. An American photojournalist held hostage by an Al-Qaeda-linked group in Yemen has been killed during a rescue attempt by U.S. Special Operations Forces. That information new this morning. 33-year-old Luke Summers was held captive for more than a year by Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. The confirmation of his death coming from Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, who's in Afghanistan right now. Just this week, Summers' captors released a video threatening to kill him if its demands were not met. He had been kidnapped in Yemen's capital in September of last year. And after a long and heated meeting yesterday for the board members at UMC, the board announced what they'll do with their CEO, Jim Valenti. ABC 7's Luke Liddon has more.
Valenti got a written reprimand, but they didn't say why. They didn't say whether it was for releasing details about the plan to save the Children's Hospital or for his part in the bad relationships with the Commissioner's Court. The board heard from both sides tonight. People spoke about damaged relationships between UMC and the Children's Hospital and Commissioner's Court. Some employees even talked about low morale. The board has also heard from Valenti's supporters who say he has made many positive changes and they wonder what will happen without his leadership. Judge Veronica Escobar talked about the lack of trust between commissioners and the board they appointed. Chairman William Hanson responded saying communication is a two-way street. Judge Escobar told me she wants a new board to fix the problem. And though Valenti did not admit wrongdoing, he said he is looking to grow from this experience.
I'm going to try to be the very best executive that I've been throughout my career and continue to learn from every experience. And all I can do is give everyone in this community and my team the very best, and that's what I've done in the past, and that's what I'll continue to do in the future.
There has to be a change in leadership, and I'm going to ask Bill Hanson and Laura Ponce to step down.
Sorry to hear that. I think we are doing our best to fulfill the responsibilities that we've been entrusted with. I think we're doing that. We have no intention. I have no intention of resigning at this time.
The 5 members of the board who were present voted unanimously to hire an outside attorney to help them prepare a performance improvement plan and reprimand for Valenti. Steve DeGroat and Jim Volk were not present at that point in time. I asked Hanson if he'd asked Valenti to give the bonus back, and he said he did not, and he said Valenti earned the $120,000 bonus.
Moving on to Storm Track weather now. Let's get a look at your first forecast with Storm Tracker Dan Martinez. Dan, a cold morning, and I hear there's a chance of rain on the forecast.
Yeah, we do have a chance of rain in the forecast as we start tracking these clouds into our area. You'll see what I'm talking about right here on our clouds and radar. Slowly those clouds are making their way into our vicinity, and they're keeping the conditions relatively, pretty cool out there. Take a look at the temperatures right now. 53 in El Paso, 51 Las Cruces, 45 degrees both Alamogordo and Guadalupe Pass, and 37 Ruidoso. As far as what we have in our WeatherNet sites right now, we're at 56 here at the KVIA studios. Just went down to 55. Canutillo, 55 degrees right now with those winds at 10 miles per hour. Those numbers in the white are the wind chill, and then the bottom is the actual wind with miles per hour. A look at what you can expect for the day today. 60s practically going on all the way through noon. Josie?
Okay, thanks, Dan. This morning, El Paso police are asking for your help in finding the driver involved in a deadly hit and run in the Lower Valley. It happened just before 8 o'clock last night on the 7300 block of North Loop. That's in El Paso's Lower Valley. Police say a man was crossing North Loop when he was hit. He died at the scene. The driver who hit him drove off. Now, the vehicle is described only as a black car. If you do have any information, please call El Paso Police. And new this morning, a judge is upholding the bond for a NMSU student who shot 2 people at a house party last month. Philip Zayman is being charged with 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder. According to the Las Cruces Sun-News, the judge upheld the bail for Zayman, saying there was no information as to why he decided to shoot the 2 men, and that gave the judge concerns about public safety. Las Cruces police say shortly after 4 a.m. on Sunday, November 23rd, they were called to the 1100 block of Gardner Avenue. That's when officers found the 2 men suffering from gunshot wounds. Officers arrested Zayman later that morning in the Garcia Hall dormitory parking lot at New Mexico State University. And a Las Cruces woman and her daughter have been charged after police say they shoplifted from a Walmart store. Jennifer and Stephanie Galvan are charged with shoplifting. Police say the 2 women were at a Las Cruces Walmart when they tried to leave with more than $1,000 worth of merchandise in 2 shopping carts. The 2 women were arrested and booked into the Doña Ana County Detention Center with bond set at $20,000. And also new this morning, New Mexico's Attorney General is suing one of the country's largest nursing home chains over poor resident care. The company operates a Las Cruces nursing home. In the suit, Attorney General Gary King alleges that thin staffing at Preferred Care Partners made it impossible to provide good care. The company operates 7 nursing homes, including Sagecrest Nursing and Rehabilitation. That's located in East Las Cruces. The company operates out of Plano, Texas, and the lawsuit could be applied in other states. A federal website that evaluates nursing homes says Preferred Care runs 4 of the 7 New Mexico facilities with the worst grades for quality on nursing home. And a psychiatrist is behind bars accused of abusing a former patient. Police in Las Cruces say Daniel Brandt was no longer treating the 28-year-old man who is disabled. When the man and his caretaker went to drop off some paperwork at Brandt's office, Brandt wanted to see the man, a therapist who had just started working at the facility. The man refused, and that's when Brandt allegedly grabbed the man's hoodie and twisted it around his hand in order to escort the man inside. Witnesses say the hoodie was so tight the man passed out. Brandt is charged with abuse of a resident. And police have arrested a man in the death of a Fort Bliss soldier. 22-year-old Jamal Shafa was arrested in Arizona. He's accused of murdering 20-year-old Christina Bukovchik. She was his girlfriend. Police say Shafa led officers on a short chase before he was captured. Bukovchik was found dead Thursday afternoon inside her central El Paso apartment. Officers went to check on her because she hadn't shown up for work. Details about the murder have not been released. Shafa is in a Pinal County jail waiting to be extradited back to El Paso. We've learned this isn't the first time he's been accused of domestic violence. Late last year, he was arrested for allegedly throwing his then-wife from the 3rd story of an East El Paso apartment. The 21-year-old woman was also a Fort Bliss soldier. That case is still pending. And a woman is dead after she crashed her car in East El Paso. This happened yesterday at Spur 601 and Loop 375. That's at the Diverging Diamond intersection. Police say 59-year-old Elizabeth Smoka Corms was speeding and may have been drunk when she lost control of her car and slammed into a concrete barrier. Corms, who was from Arizona, died at the scene. And before you head out the door this morning, we have some traffic alerts for you. The Sunbowl Drive access road between Yandell and the Schuster exit ramp will be completely closed. Well, that started yesterday and it'll be shut down until December 31st. Here's a look. Crews are working on the new Yandell intersection in that area. And in East El Paso, starting this morning, the westbound lanes will be completely closed on I-10 at the Clint interchange. This is due to the Clint interchange project in that area. And crews will be moving equipment, so you may want to avoid that area and, of course, take a different route. And now is the perfect time to plan a road trip. You could soon pay less than $2 per gallon of gas. Right now, the national average is $2.71 a gallon. We haven't seen these prices at the pump in 5 years. And some parts of the country have even better deals. In Oklahoma and here in Texas, some stations hit below $2 a gallon. But not every state reaps the rewards of the falling prices. Drivers in California, New York, and Connecticut still pay more than $3 a gallon. Still ahead on ABC7's Good Morning El Paso weekend, a very dangerous, slow-moving typhoon lashing the Philippines right now. We have the details. And later, it's that time for presidential hopefuls to decide to run. Details coming up. Time now is 8:09. Let's take a live look outside, courtesy of our TechSot traffic cams. I-10 and Piedras. Roads are clear. You won't run into anything major on the road. And in storm track weather, Dan.
Well, you see there, we are tracking those clouds already moving their way into our neck of the woods. How long will they stick around, and will they bring us any rain? I'll talk about that coming up in our storm track weather forecast.
You're watching ABC 7, where news comes first.
You're watching ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso Weekend with Josie Ortegon and Storm Track Weather with Dan Martinez.